It was a flawless plan, making Beth the rattlesnake who outsmarted the corporate giants. Celebrating her big win, Beth couldn't resist some trouble of her own and ended up arrested after a bar fight. Her crime? Defending her territory when someone made the mistake of flirting with Rip right in front of her. But Beth wasn't the only one making deals. Jamie, without realizing it, got involved with Sarah Atwood, one of Market Equity's top players, brought in to dismantle the Dutton family from the inside. Played by Dawn Olivieri, Sarah worked her way into Jamie's life, quickly becoming his ally against his own family. Their relationship grew all season, setting up a partnership that might even stretch into next season. With Sarah's support, Jamie decided it was time to get back at Beth and the rest of the Duttons. He'd been at her mercy, blackmailed and controlled ever since she found out he'd killed his biological father, Garrett Randall, back in season 4. But with Sarah by his side, Jamie found the courage to go on the offensive. He launched an impeachment inquiry against John, claiming his father had abused his office as governor by blocking an airport project that would have supposedly benefited the state. Though the season left the impeachment's outcome unresolved, John's future as governor hangs by a thread. The finale brought things to a boiling point, with Beth and John concluding that it was time to take Jamie to the train station. Now, all eyes are on the premiere to see who comes out alive. With Kevin Costner set to exit the series, it's looking likely that Jamie might beat his family to the punch in this explosive Dutton showdown. Yet this one bit is pretty expected, no? The director of Yellowstone has asked the fans to brace for something unexpected and shocking. The most anticipated ending of the show. The end of Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 is gearing up to deliver a conclusion that's both unexpected and inevitable. According to director Christina Voros, she likens it to something out of a Shakespearean tragedy, where the audience knows where it's headed, but the journey is still captivating. With Kevin Costner's John Dutton officially out of the picture after his departure from the show, the final episodes are set to be unlike anything we've seen before. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Voros spoke highly of creator Taylor Sheridan's ability to bring the saga to a satisfying and surprising end. She explained that the best stories are those that feel inevitable in hindsight, even though they catch you off guard. Since the dawn of narrative writing, there are certain stories that are good no matter how many times you hear them, Voros said. Look at Shakespeare. Everyone knows what happens in Hamlet, but people keep coming back to it for centuries. According to Voros, Sheridan managed to wrap up the story in a way that does justice to the Dutton family and the world he's built, while delivering the kind of surprises that will leave audiences talking. As the final episodes approach, the stage is set for a major showdown in the Dutton family, likely leading to one sibling coming out victorious in their battle for control. While Casey might not be at the center of the leadership struggle, his role could end up being pivotal, especially when it comes to the rivalry between Beth and Jamie. Casey's wife Monica is likely to side with Beth, which could mean that Jamie's legal efforts, like his attempt to have John removed as governor, may not be enough to tip the scales in his favor. Voros' comments also suggest that this could mark the end of the Dutton family story, despite the buzz surrounding possible spin-offs or even a season 6. While shows like 1923 and The Madison will likely keep the Yellowstone universe alive, the core of the Dutton saga seems destined for a more final fate. There have even been whispers that key players like Kelly Riley, aka Beth, and Cole Hauser, who plays Rip Wheeler, are in talks to return for future projects. But that doesn't change the fact that the original family drama is heading toward a definitive conclusion. To put it simply, Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 promises to bring the curtain down on the Dutton family's journey in a way that fans will never forget. Whether that ending is tragic or triumphant, it's clear that the stakes have never been higher, and the ultimate showdown between Beth and Jamie could lead to devastating consequences for whoever comes out on top. Wild theories on the internet. Even the stars of the show are pretty excited. Cole Hauser shared some exciting hints about the rest of Yellowstone Season 5, calling it wonderful. While it's unclear how much of the footage he worked on is still part of the show, Hauser teased that the way Season 4 ended would leave audiences happily surprised. If that cliffhanger was the first thrilling moment, could a full-fledged wedding for Beth and Rip be on the horizon in Season 5? Before we get there, though, Beth and Rip will have to make it through a seriously dangerous ride. The latest teaser for the 5th season gives a glimpse of the high-stakes drama, with Beth wielding a knife while Jamie vows revenge. The Dutton family will stop at nothing to protect their ranch, and it looks like things are about to get even messier. Kelly Riley has warned fans that the rest of the season will be bloody, which sounds like a pretty solid prediction for what's to come. As for Jamie, his plan to take down his father, John Dutton, and seize the governorship is escalating. It's clear he's willing to go to any lengths to achieve his goal, even if that means crossing the line into murder. If that's not enough to get you hooked, the teaser definitely sets the stage for some seriously intense showdowns in the final episodes. While all of this sounds pretty exciting, fans are most eager to watch the fate of John Dutton. Several theories are going around about the end of the family's patriarch, but there's a part of the internet that believes that Costner would be present in the show till the very end. Yep, call these fans delusional or whatever. But they are convinced that Costner and Sheridan probably made up to give a banger ending to the show. The actor has been pretty vocal about giving his life, time, and energy to the Yellowstone universe, so he'd likely see it to its end. As usual, keeping up with the vow of secrecy about the show's future, Sheridan has kept his mouth shut and has instructed his cast to do the same. So far, we haven't seen any leaks from the set of Yellowstone. More than usual, the cast and the crew have gone to lengths to avoid any leak to maintain the anticipation behind the show. This alone was enough to fuel the Costner rumor. What is so unexpected about the rest of the season that Sheridan installed CIA levels of security on the sets? In September 2024, Yellowstone dropped a behind-the-scenes video offering a glimpse into the high-stakes secrecy surrounding the show's production. The cast shared what it's been like filming the final episodes, with Jen Landon revealing how the scripts are heavily redacted. Basically, everything is blacked out except for your lines, she explained, highlighting just how much the cast is kept in the dark. Dawn Olivieri added to the mystery, saying, "I don't know what she did. She doesn't know what I did. We can't tell each other." This cloak and dagger approach has one goal in mind: tons of surprises for the viewers. But you know what's even more wild? The actors don't even know how many episodes are left in the final season. They can only guess, since they have no idea what their co-stars have filmed. Originally, it was expected that Season 5 would wrap up with 10 episodes, but there's no guarantee. Creator Taylor Sheridan is known for expanding his storytelling, and while he'd like to keep Season 5 be at 10 episodes, it seems like he might not have the final say. The surprises may not stop with the plot. They could extend to the length of the season itself. Yellowstone fans, brace yourselves. It's anyone's guess how this roller coaster ends. All theories aside, the teaser of Season 5B indicates that the future of the Dutton Ranch will not include whatever Kevin Costner had in store for him. While the actor has confirmed that he's open to working for the Yellowstone universe in the future, the show's finale might go on without him. What has Costner said about his exit? Nearly a year has passed since Kevin Costner made his exit from Yellowstone, the hit Western drama that he led for 5 seasons. Soon after his departure, it was announced that the series would end with the final episodes of Season 5. While Costner was always meant to bow out before the finale, this decision was originally driven by Taylor Sheridan's vision for the storyline. However, after Costner's sudden exit, he kept quiet about the highly publicized tension between him and Sheridan, until now. Promoting his film, An American Saga, Costner broke his silence. But whether fans will be happy with what he had to say is still up for debate. When asked about the possibility of appearing in the series finale, Costner offered a response that seemed to firmly shut the door on John Dutton's return. "I'd like to be able to do it, but we haven't been able to," he said. That feels like a definite no regarding his character's presence in the remaining episodes of Season 5. Still, Costner left a glimmer of hope for a return to the Dutton universe, reflecting, "I thought I was going to make 7 seasons, but right now we're at 5, so how it works out? I hope it does, but they've got a lot of different shows going on. Maybe it will. Maybe this will circle back to me. If it does, and I feel really comfortable with it, I'd love to do it." Costner also shared his thoughts on how John Dutton's story might end. "Well, he needs to be proactive in what happens, and I've kind of had my own fantasy about how it might be, but that's Taylor's thing. I told him my thoughts a while back. I had ideas on how it could happen, but we just have to see." While Costner's words suggest a potential return, it seems fans will need to wait to see if the Dutton patriarch will reappear. However, given the ongoing tension between Costner and Sheridan, it's unlikely that Sheridan will take the actor's suggestions for how John Dutton should exit into account. Sheridan has made his stance clear in the past, stating, "Whether Dutton's fate boosts Costner's ego or serves as an insult is just collateral damage that I don't consider when it comes to storytelling." While a controversial death is unlikely, Costner's contract reportedly includes a moral death clause that prevents his character from being killed off in a way that would bring shame or embarrassment. There's little chance that Sheridan will let that dictate the direction of the story. As Yellowstone moves toward its final act, it's clear that Sheridan's vision will take precedence over any actor's interpretation of their character's fate. It's just a relief that we are days away from seeing the end of the show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.